Hey everyone, what's up guys? It's your boy Ron coming to you live, aka Ron the Artist, and welcome to Ron's Recap. I'm here today, to review and recap tonight's episode of Naomi on the CW. The episode was pretty good. The episode was very interesting. It was jam-packed with information, and again, we're starting to get somewhere. We're starting to see more of Naomi and her abilities, and we're starting to see more action, and ultimately that's all I wanted from this show. That's all I wanted from this DC show. Alright, so let's get into it. Got my notes here, thick and thin, thorough. Alright, so let's get into it. Episode started with Naomi, at a pretty, I guess let's call this her birthstone. It started with her being at her birthstone with her parents, her adopted parents who found her at that stone or whatever, and causing so many questions, of her questioning her identity and origins. Like, where is she from? Where's her parents? Why was she at the stone? What does this language mean? XYZ. And she kind of felt really deceived, and like her parents, deceived her. And they did. They kind of deceived her, kind of lied about her existence. And they, for good reason. She's only 16. They wanted to wait until she was old enough to let her know about situations that's going on. And now that they see she's asking more questions and things are going on and more conversations are leading to these questions that she's asking, they have no other choice but to confront them. So that's why she's at the birthstone now. Her parents were pretty much pleading for forgiveness for deceiving her and kind of lying to her about, what the little bit of information that they did know about her, such as where they found her. That's all they could give her or whatever. So she ended up forgiving them about that. Because that's all they had. After a day of school and deciding, okay, next up, okay, she go to school, the next day and end up getting talked to and, pushed into, going for the student council to, knock someone out of their chair because they rearranged snacks and substituted healthy snacks for candy and sugar and stuff. Sidebar, that is not a good idea. Like, snacks are snacks. Kids want snacks, especially younger kids, 16. You do not need someone coming in there to take them all away. No. They elected you as the student council. They elected this girl as student council to come in and help fix things and be the voice of reason, not to eliminate and cause a ruckus with likes and, snacks and munchies of the students. Okay, whatever. Okay, so yeah, she decided to go for student council, whatever. Okay, next up, she met back up with D for training to then knock the freaking punching bag off the wall out of frustration, stemming from the deceit and the emotions from her family, and with them taken to her stone. And she revealed to D that they wanted him to come to dinner with them as well. They invited him to dinner with them so they can get to know him a little bit more, allegedly. After that, she ended up going to Zambato's car shop and demanded her disc back. And surprisingly, he gave it back to her without a fight, which I automatically found extremely fishy. I found that extremely fishy, and I was like, wait a minute. This man got something up his sleeve. Why would he give her this disc, like, just that easy? Why would he give her that disc that easy without a fight when you gave her a little copy that exploded prior to that? He gave it to her, and of course, she, as curiosity wanders, she ended up, unlocking it and activating it. And of course, everybody is kind of pretty much telling her that it's repercussions to this, especially Zambato. But again, you can't really trust him. At this point, Naomi's just trying to find answers on her identity and where is she from? Who is she? And you can't blame her for that. But at the same time, if the few people that are slightly connected to that realm, such as D and Zumbato, are telling you to stay away, you should probably stay away and just back off, because there's a reason for that. So Naomi was still determined to decode the language of the message on the disc, activating it. And bam, that brings on issues. We're going to get to that in a minute. Fast forward to, it's time for Naomi to make her case, regarding the student council. Nathan found her hiding in a classroom before, assuring her that running for class president is something that she didn't want. And it almost led them into kissing until her friends intervened, letting her know that they hit a roadblock decoding that disc again, which led them on another treasure hunt. It's crazy. It's crazy because Naomi is so full of life. Naomi is so full of life, and she's just a ball full of energy, and she is destined to and determined to find out, where she belongs. And like I said, again, I can't blame her for that, but at the same time, you're asking for trouble. And she's already feels and knows that, and still just wanting these answers. So, next up, Naomi and Dee having dinner with Naomi's parents, leading to an uncomfortable interrogation onto Dee. Like, Naomi's father specifically, he did research on Dee. He knew that Dee came to the city at a certain date or a certain year and left and came back after a certain year. And yeah, Dee, confirmed it, but it made everybody uncomfortable. It made Dee uncomfortable, and the energy was stiff. It was interrupted by the lights flickering in the house at the kitchen table. Of course, it was from Naomi getting upset. Her powers, at a high. She's getting upset by that conversation, and Dee then dismissed himself from the dinner awkwardly. I didn't get that. You guys invited him there. She's all, as of now, she's all that. Dee is all that she has to really help her walk into the light of knowing who she is, outside of the earth realm. He's helping her train with her powers. He's helping her be aware of her powers and helping her control them. Yeah, you don't know a lot about him, but he hasn't wronged her yet. And he doesn't seem to wrong. He doesn't appear that he's going to wrong her. So he's innocent until proven guilty. I just felt like they came in extra stern when they shouldn't have done that. Yeah, I get you guys are being a protective parent, but at the same time, that was overprotective. So you guys pushed that man away, and he didn't deserve that. So, okay. Next up, as I said last week, Naomi is too smart for her own good. Naomi is too freaking smart for her own good. She was able to decode the disc, with her friends, which led them to a location pinpoint to a blonde-haired lady with blue eyes in Portland, which was the woman that Zumbaru met last week. Naomi's parents wanted to have a breakfast with her the next morning after they decoded all that information the night prior. They wanted to have a brief conversation with her, but Naomi wasn't really for it because how they treated Dee the night prior, making it obvious that they didn't trust Dee for whatever reason. And Naomi really wasn't feeling it, so she rushed off to school, brushed that off. And fast forward to the next scene, Zumbato finding a random, strange, mysterious man in his office at his car shop, hinting and suggesting and threatening over the search of either the disc or Naomi. But it turned out to be Naomi. He quoted something like, I'm on a search for something that's dangerous and powerful, or powerful and that could be dangerous. Zumbaru wasn't fond of it, threatening. He also threatened and shooed the mysterious man off, letting him know that what you're looking for is not here. And what is here, I doubt you're looking for. And the man went off as he pleased. Next up, Naomi making her way to Portland on the freaking bus as a 16-year-old to find the blue-haired woman, the blue-eyed. I'm sorry. she got on that bus to Portland to find the blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman sitting outside at like a diner or breakfast spot or lunch spot or whatever the case. She found exactly what she was looking for. The woman noticed her and ran instantly. Naomi ran after her on her skateboard, chased her, and eventually used her powers. I was in shock to see Naomi use her powers like that because I want to say that was probably one of the moments where I felt like her powers was in her grasp or in control. And she used her powers to, knock out the car window. I didn't understand that. That set off the car alarm, maybe to kind of slow the woman down, but that caught the woman's attention. She caught up to her. And the woman informed her, like, you shouldn't be making yourself obvious. Don't expose yourself. And she informed her about Zumbato destroying Earth 29. And she informed Naomi that that's where she's from. Earth 29. I love the way that sounds. Earth 29. Interesting. She let her know that was her home planet. She also informed her that activating that disk is dangerous and that the original intent of that disk was to potentially find each other when needed, but that being a mistake. And before you know it, she ended up disappearing on Naomi. Before she disappeared, she told Naomi, the less you know, the safer you are. And I just knew then, like, honestly, telling Naomi that is going to send her on another hunt because she's going to want to find more information. She's going to want to know more about where she's from, what she's on that planet for, what she's on that planet for. Why did she come from Earth 29? Where is Earth 29? According to that blonde-haired blue woman, Earth 29 was destroyed by Zumbato, but we're about to get into that. That didn't kind of add up, but again, Naomi's going to be on the search for more info. She's not going to let it go. Okay, Naomi called Dee to pick her up from Portland to drop her off back at school for the student council rally. Meanwhile, the government, where her dad is employed at, is getting signals from an alien surge or weird power in the woods, precisely on Naomi's stone, or in the area of Naomi's stone. Once her father arrived at the location, there was a red device on Naomi's stone, a tracking device. And it dawned on Naomi's father that Naomi is probably in trouble. Somebody's looking for Naomi. And she was. Somebody definitely was looking for Naomi. Naomi definitely was in trouble. So back to Naomi's rally, the mysterious guy found what he was looking for, being Naomi. And he told her he's determined to take her back to Earth 29. It's just business. There's a lot of people looking for you. And Naomi then went to using her powers again. In control, like this electric shock, like kind of like Static Shock would do. And she blew the guy back, but the guy kept teleporting. Either teleporting or multiplying, or both. But it appeared that he was teleporting. He teleported everywhere she tried to escape to. I have no idea why that girl, Naomi, ended up running out to an open field, the football field, at night. That was not the smartest thing to do, love. That was not the smartest thing to do. You ran outside. That girl ran outside to an open field at night, running from somebody. She, it just wasn't the smartest. Now that she's just still trying to figure out her powers, and she hasn't controlled them yet. Thankfully, Dee came into the rescue and saved the day, fighting the mysterious man off. It went blow from blow. Naomi is in tears and in distraught and scared for her life. And that's when she's realizing definitely that what Dee said prior to her in the episode, that her emotions are tied to her powers. So she's going to have to control them. Back to that situation, back to the fight. The mysterious man ended up disappearing or teleporting off. And of course, that's probably not going to be the last time we see him. That left Naomi distraught, again, scared for her life. Dee ended up having a conversation with her after the fact, after searching the rest of the campus, saying that he suspects that that man was a bounty hunter. He was a bounty hunter looking for Naomi. And that's why it was just business. She admitted that, and understood that her powers were tied to her emotions. And at that point, I thought to myself, it's probably time for Naomi to go under some intense training. She's aware of her powers. She's aware of, how to use them. And it's a matter of what exactly are her powers, how far they can go, and tapping into all of that. What are her powers, how far she can go, and using them when she needs to. Controlling them. And Dee kind of had a sentimental moment with Naomi, letting her in, like letting him know about the tattoo on his neck. And I guess that's the reason why he ended up going back to his planet for a couple of years, as her father stated, because he went back for a woman that I'm assuming she broke his heart or something happened to her, because he doesn't know what's the status of that woman now to date. I'd like to see an update on that some in the season, the CW. I'd like to see an update on that woman, or where she's at, or if she's still alive. What? Find Dee's girlfriend, woman, ex, whatever. Okay, so again, you end up letting her in. Dee ended up letting Naomi and letting him know about the love of his past life and the tattoo on his neck and what that stood for. And he pretty much let her know, like, if you find real love on this plane, if you find real love, don't let it go. Cherish it. And that ended up with the end of the episode with Naomi and Nathan kissing outside. Wow. Again, guys, I'm getting more intrigued by this. I'm starting to see more of what I want from this DC show. There's more fighting, there's more action, I'm seeing powers, and the storyline is building up. It's building up. It was a slow build up, but I'm liking where it's going. And now, like, next week, according to the preview, Naomi's going back on another search, and they're probably going to find some type of space shit. Naomi needs to watch out. I am tired of her and her anxiousness and on these hunts, because everybody is letting this girl know that you're looking for something that you do not need to be looking for. You're only going to cause problems. And she's still going to look for it. The blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman told her that. Zumbato told her that, and Dee told her that. Yes, she still is looking and searching for whatever. Like, sweetheart, you should be scared to death at this point, after that man was really about to take you out. Like, you shouldn't be looking for no more information. You should be hiding and laying low. And next episode, her and her friends are going on another little treasure hunt. And I'm like, girl, no. No. But again, I'm intrigued. I will be watching. I will be in tune. And that's that. So, guys, I will see you guys next week. If you're watching this on Instagram Live, this is live. I'm going to save this live afterwards, so get in my comments. Let me know what you guys think about the episode, or what do you guys think about this review. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, it has been taken from Instagram and uploaded to there. Subscribe to my channel. Get in my comments. Let me know how you felt about the episode. Let me know about this review. Let me know. Let's talk. Let's interact. Let's get it. See you guys next week, guys. Peace.